So there have been a lot of advances in colon cancer prevention and treatment. In particular, with colonoscopy, we've been focusing on the quality of the procedure. We know that colonoscopy actually saves lives by finding polyps and removing them, but we're now making sure that we have a standard of quality across all people doing colonoscopy. And also, we're improving our technology to be able to find polyps, particularly hidden polyps that are behind folds or very flat. Focusing very much on quality of colonoscopy. These quality metrics have become so important that we've actually created a national repository of quality metrics that are being used by physicians and also nationally to make sure that the procedure is done in a standardized quality way. Things like getting to the end of the colon, how long it takes to actually withdraw the scope to look for polyps, and the most important is how many polyps that each practitioner can find. It's called adenoma detection rate, and we're looking at the number so we benchmark it against a national standard so that everybody who's doing colonoscopy has a certain standard that they have to reach of polyps that they're able to find and remove. What we've come to understand is that some polyps are so flat or so hidden behind the folds that despite a perfectly adequate colonoscopy, they may not be found and actually be missed by the procedure. Now with technology like in television, we're able to see high definition and modifications of the scope, such as putting 3 cameras at the end of a scope, that's called full spectrum endoscopy, or putting a little cuff with very soft rubber projections. They're able to look behind folds for polyps. These techniques and technologies are allowing us to be able to find polyps that otherwise might go unnoticed during a colonoscopy. Very small polyps can be missed up to 20% of the time. Larger polyps much less, somewhere in the 5 to 10% range. The good news is that most polyps that are not seen are generally very small and probably not going to cause any problems, particularly because people with polyps will have a shorter interval of when the colonoscopy will be done. A larger polyp, like a 1 centimeter polyp, the interval is 3 years. A smaller polyp, the interval may be 5 years. So it's really not something that we're too concerned about. However, we want to do what we already do well, even better. So we're trying to make colonoscopy, which you know is a life-saving exam, even better by detecting these polyps that may otherwise go unnoticed.